Good afternoon, gamers. Rick here with Game Trade Media, coming to you live from PAX Unplugged, the inaugural PAX, the second day. I'm here with Sarah from Renegade Game Studios. So tell us, Sarah, what's been cooking over at Renegade?
Oh my gosh, we have some fun holiday treats that we've been making for everybody over there.
Interesting. I'm a big fan of fun holiday treats. I see we have Pie Town. Are you going to take us to Pie Town?
I would love to go to Pie Town.
Let's go to Pie Town.
And we could even do a pie convention.
What?
I know. At the end of the game, pie convention.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be
Let's
fun.
make it happen.
So this game is a worker placement game where we are going to start out with a couple workers that are these huge, fun, chunky dice.
Nice.
And what's going to happen is we'll send these workers out to the orchard to collect some apples and some other special ingredients.
Okay.
And we can hire some workers, we can upgrade our shop, and eventually we're going to be baking pies. And of course, right? So when we bake some pies, we send them to the bakery to be sold. So we can also go there and hand sell our pies and make sure we get lots of points for them.
All right.
But while all of this is happening, you're spying on your friends, which is my favorite part of the game.
Okay.
Because you want to figure out what their secret recipes are so that you can bake their pies.
All right.
And when you can do that, when you bake the secret special pies, you get extra points, of course.
Makes sense.
So you can make your own secret recipe, and that gets you some good points. But if you can make your friends and you know what it is at the end of the game, even more points. So I like it because this is a worker placement game, and there's some fun different action spots, feels very fresh, but there's also this social aspect. So you're not just sitting at a table playing a game by yourself, you're sitting at a table playing games with your friends, and you're spying on them, and you're interacting.
Anything you can do to, nudge over your friend and be like, hey, give me your stuff. I love it. Yeah, I love it.
And you can even go and spy on them when they're in the orchard. If you take one of your workers that's higher level than theirs and put it on top, you get to see some of the ingredients in their secret box.
Okay. I also noticed that there's some green dice in here. That's kind of important.
I like having green dice in games, although that's not always allowed.
I know, right?
Some stories about that. You'll have to go watch Rick's other videos.
Watch a lot of the other videos we've done with Sarah and Scott. You'll notice the importance of the green dice. It's awesome. Now, as far as this goes, it looks like there are a lot of bits and pieces. So you have your kitchen here with all the little spots. What are the little pie wedges for?
These are your scoring tokens to keep track of how many points you have. The other action space you can go to that I didn't mention is actually definitely the pie convention. So when you go to the pie convention, you can learn new secret tips and actually change your secret recipe. So if somebody's gotten too much information about what you've got, just go to the pie convention and learn some new tricks.
Learn some new tricks. And I see there's a rolling pin there as well.
Yeah, the rolling pin keeps track of how many turns you've had. By the time you get to the end, you do the final bake-off, and that's the end of the game.
That's the end of the game. And the person with the most points, victory points, wins, yes?
They're the best bakers.
Of course.
So they made the most delicious pies, and they win.
Right. Now, I also noticed that you have this Sunday split. Does this incorporate to this game? Or is it totally separate?
Totally separate.
But you want to play them together.
Of course. So you have sort of the main course here of all the delicious pies. There's a little bit more meat to this game.
Sure.
But then we wanted a fresh after dinner snack, and that's Sunday split. So we've had pie, and now, of course, you want it a la mode.
Yes.
And you can make an ice cream treat here in Sunday split with your friends. So this is a quick little card game. In this game, you're going to actually have several different types of ice cream. We've got vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry, your classic Neapolitan.
Yes.
And then you also have a few other things. You're going to get points for every delicious scoop of ice cream. Some are worth more points than others. You have this particular scoop of chocolate was worth 2 points. This one would only be worth 1. So you have to, you're going to get points for all those at the end. You also are going to get points if you have the most bananas or the second most. But extra above that doesn't do you any good, so you got to manage your bananas.
Right, yes, that's important.
You also have cherries, which you're going to add to one different type of ice cream, and you multiply the cherries by the number of scoops of that type.
Okay.
So they're a little bonus action there. And then the last thing that you can gain points from are whipped cream, but only if you can add sprinkles on it.
Wow.
You don't get points for either
I literally
sprinkles.
want ice cream now.
I know, isn't this delicious looking? Ah, it's so good. But I will ease your appetite a little bit because sometimes your friends are mean and they try and sneak in corn or celery broccoli into your ice cream.
Those aren't friends.
No.
No, those are not friends.
I love broccoli, but not in my ice cream.
No, not in your ice cream.
So that's something to watch out for in this game, because this is what you might have at the end of the game, but how do you get these cards? The way you get that is very sneaky. We're going to have all of these cards shuffled up in a big pile, face down, and I'm going to draw them. I'm going to draw cards depending on the number of players, and I'm going to look at all of these. I'm going to divide them equally so that each of us is going to be able to pick a pile, almost equally. So I'm going to put a few face down ones, and then I have to put some face up ones, and then you'll get to choose a pile and I get to choose a pile, but you don't really know what this face down card is.
Right, that could be broccoli. So I will choose the ice cream because I'm already seeing that I would have 3 points.
And that's great.
And that's important.
Yeah, that could be good. And you got whipped cream, yay!
Yay, that's good.
But then I have to take whatever's left, and I got celery. I was trying to trick you. I thought that you would think that's too good to be true.
No, it's not too good to be true because it's 2 scoops of ice cream.
That's right. So that's the fun part, is when you flip that over and you see what you got. It's very exciting to be surprised.
I love it. That's very cool.
Very easy to teach our youth.
Now, are these already available and out on the market?
Hightown is coming out in December.
Perfect.
So look for this for your holiday family shindigs, when you're sitting in your cabin or your friend's house or whatever, you need something to play for a while, it's cold outside.
All right.
And Sunday Split is available now. So you can play this at Thanksgiving and this one at Christmas.
Yeah, and this is a great stocking stuffer too, though, for any kid, who doesn't love getting a new game.
And this goes up to 5, so even families of 5 can play this.
Perfect.
Yeah, great holidays.
Now, you brought something else too, right? You want to talk a little bit about something else? Let's jump in on that.
So another very exciting thing we have coming up over the next few months is our Raiders of the North Sea series.
Okay.
So this is, I'm going to hand you a few different things.
All right.
Saga, Explorers, Shipwrights, and Raiders. So some of you may have heard of Raiders of the North Sea.
Yes.
This was nominated for the Kennerspiel Award, and it's just had phenomenal success over the last couple of years, but we just brought it to the U.S. in a big way about a month ago.
Right.
So now you can play this, go to your local store, you can find it, but this is part of a trilogy.
Okay.
And we thought it would be even more fun if people could play the entire saga of the North Sea. And what that means is that you want to start off at the very early years of the Vikings and play Shipwrights of the North Sea, because this is all about building boats.
Okay.
The Vikings were trying to build their ships so that they could then go farther out into the world, and Shipwrights shows you how that happened by doing a drafting mechanic. So you draft the pieces of your boat, the different fleet you're going to have, and then you end up with this great Viking setup so that you can then go
Raiders. Okay.
And Raiders of the North Sea, completely separate game. So this is a standalone, you play it by itself, but then once you have enjoyed that, you can play Raiders, and this is the second part of this saga, and now you're in the middle area of the Vikings. Now you can explore a little farther from the homeland, go out there, raid some villages, bring back some provisions, and do that in this very unique worker placement style game.
Very cool.
And of course, nominated for awards, very beautiful. Then the third part of the trilogy is Explorers of the North Sea. This
so good.
This is a tile laying game, and in this one you've now created your very strong village back home, and you're going to be exploring a little bit farther out. It's a tile placement game, a little bit pickup and delivery, a little bit area control. Every time you place a tile down, you're creating these beautiful islands. You're going farther and farther out from your main original village. And this really does a good job of representing what it was like in the later years of the Viking era when they were exploring farther away from their original base.
Very cool.
So
and the artwork is so good. I mean, that's one of the things I'll always say about Renegade Game Studios is you guys have some of the best artwork.
Well,
from flip ships to this, everything.
I've got to give Garfield Games a huge amount of credit for this. They worked with this awesome artist called Miko, and he did all the artwork for this whole series, and all of it is stunning.
Ridiculous.
It all ties it together, and the other thing he did that's very cool is made the North Sea Rune Saga, which, just like the artwork, ties this together mechanically. As I said, all of these are different games, and you play them by themselves, but the Rune Saga campaign allows you to play them as one huge story together.
Wow.
So you start out from the very beginning over here with Shipwrights, playing with the Rune Saga, and you start collecting victory points that you will collect all the way through all 3 of these games. So they're not expansions, they're part of a campaign when you add that.
And who doesn't love an amazing campaign, especially when it involves Vikings? I mean, come on. The Norse mythology, all the good stuff that comes from that, it's awesome.
And they're so beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful Vikings, Norse mythology, all of it just very well comes together. And next year, early on in the year, we're also adding expansions for Raiders of the North Sea.
Okay.
So you can play this by itself, but if you like, you can pick up Heroes of the Hall of Heroes or Fields of Fame and add those to Raiders as well. Gives you new ways to play, new resources to collect, and then Explorers later on next year is also going to get an expansion. So there's just a lot coming for this.
Yes.
Explore this world. It's very cool.
It's very cool. And is there anything else you might want to like drop a little knowledge on coming out of Renegade? Things for everybody out there to look forward to, or?
Well, one thing we did announce just last week, so this is hot off the press that I can tell you about, is Altiplano.
Okay.
Have you heard about this game?
I have not.
So it was one of the big hot games at Essen, and just came out there, very first time anybody had seen it. It's by Rainer Stockhausen, and he did Orleans, and which was a great game that came out a few years back, and there's been expansions for it, and a lot of people really liked it because it was a bag building game, like deck building, but now you're adding tokens to a bag and you're pulling them out.
Okay.
So Altiplano is a lot like that in that it's a bag building game, but now you're on the scarce area of the Altiplano, which is this highlands in between the South American areas, way up there in the mountains. There's almost nothing that grows there, but you are trying to survive. Nice. So you've got your alpacas, there's a few fish, there's some food, but it's all very difficult to turn into other things, and you're trying to manage your resources and end up with the most points at the end.
That's crazy. That's a lot of good stuff. Now, if anybody wanted to be able to follow you all, you know, where can they go to find all the information they need to know?
So if you go to renegadegamestudios.com, then you can find all of the information about our games, the other designers that we work with, and also we have a contest going on right now.
All right.
You can win a free copy of Scott Pilgrim if you click on the giveaway link on the front of our page.
There you go. So much good stuff. So much good stuff. Also follow them on Facebook. They put a lot of good information up on Facebook as well. So make sure you're following Renegade Game Studios on Facebook. Sarah, that's awesome. That's great. Thank you. Now, also, before we go, thank you to Carolina Game Tables for letting us use this amazing streamer table here all weekend long at PAX Unplugged. You can check out all their great content and game tables and stuff at carolinagametable.com and on their Facebook page. Go check them out. They make not only the streamer, they have a dining table, they have a gamer cabinet that they're kickstarting right now. So it's just a lot of cool stuff. And we also have a contest.
You have a contest too.
I'm going to talk about that real quick.
I love it.
Here we go. We've got a cool mega game prize giveaway that we're doing. If you come by the booth here at booth 203, pick up one of these cards, you will get, you just follow the link or use the QR code there. It takes you to a website where you can do all these different entry points, and this is the big prize you can win right there. And if you look right there in the corner, that looks like Raiders of the North Sea. That's one of those games that you can get. And also from Renegade Shibu Inu House. So lots of good stuff. So check that out. On that note, we will be back soon with some more amazing content. Stay tuned.
Thank you, guys.
Don't forget to subscribe to Game Trade Media, leave a like, and comment on what videos you'd like to see next.